Good evening and welcome to my fifth video blog for INF M645 at Mercer University with Professor Dr. Bhaskaran this summer of 2019. This week we were tasked with answering the question of what are some of the common breaches of the electronic protected health information, also known as EPHI. We were asked to provide some possible solutions and to answer the question of what laws may have been breached in the process of the breach. First, I want to start with a definition of electronic protected health information. According to Rouse, I have my references on my last page. Electronic protected health information is the protected health information that is produced, saved, transferred, or received in an electronic form. In the United States, electronic protected health information management is covered under the Health Information Portability and Accountability Act, also known as HIPAA, of 1996. Just for verification, some examples of protected health information include patients' names, date of births, addresses, phone numbers, social security numbers, anything related to finance, financial records, insurance, their past, present, or future physical and or mental health or conditions. Some common breaches of electronic protected health information, according to the United States Department of Health and Human Services, are categorized according to these top three that I saw. Was the lost or stolen devices, essentially theft, computers or any other electronic devices used to access protected health information remotely. Some hospitals have remote access set up for physicians or other caregivers that may need to access while they're not within the facility. They may have an app or a computer program that aids with this. At my facility, if you do have a hospital-owned computer device or a device that is that has access to our network, you must notify the hospital immediately, our IS&T department immediately, so that they can disable your device remotely, so that that information cannot be shared. Also, server hacking is another form of a breach. It can either be via the network, where the entire network gets shut down because of a server hack, or email hack. We have, at my facility, had a couple of attempts with network hacks and also via email, to the point that our IS&T department actually sends out spam emails as a test to certain users, and if you click on the link, it gets reported to your immediate supervisor so that they can educate you not to click on email links or download attachments that you are not aware of who sent that information to you. That's one of the big educational pushes at my facility. There's also unauthorized access and or disclosure. This can either be to a paper file, through the computer, or the electronic medical record. There could be a possible breach where someone obtains someone else's password for the EMR or the computer and accesses the medical records for a potential patient. There's also a paper file that could be lost. I unfortunately was a victim of a paper file being lost from one of my providers. They have multiple facilities, and I was being seen at not my normal facility. So they were actually transporting my file and other patients' files from one location to the next, and that person's vehicle was actually stolen into, and our information was stolen. I was notified by my provider and was given I believe it was 2 years of free credit monitoring, just to ensure that no one tried to access my information fraudulently, and to protect my credit and information. The HIPAA security rule basically is what protects the patients, and it provides the hospitals, facilities, providers, any of those entities, and anyone associated with them, that they must comply with the CMS and protect electronic protected health information. Pretty much, it must be, there are 3 points to this. It has to be, you have to have confidentiality, that the information will not be shared or given to any unauthorized persons. Integrity of the information, meaning that it won't be altered or destroyed in any unauthorized manner. And availability, meaning that the electronic protected health information is accessible and usable on demand by those authorized users. The HIPAA security rule also states that each entity must analyze the potential risks to the EPMI and their environment and develop appropriate solutions. Some of those solutions could possibly be a dual login verification step when you're logging in outside of that facility's network, and or sending emails with encryption when they go outside of the facility. So the law breached with all of these is the HIPAA privacy law, according to healthandhumanservices.gov. The HIPAA privacy law basically states that we have national standards to protect all individuals' medical records and other protected health information, and that applies to their health plans, healthcare clearinghouses, and any healthcare provider that conducts electronic transactions. It also requires appropriate safeguards to protect the privacy of PHI and to set limits and conditions on the uses and disclosures that may be made of such information without the patient's authorization. It also not only establishes those standards with the facilities and other entities, but also gives the patient the ability to have rights over their health information, that they can examine and obtain a copy of their health information and or to request corrections if needed. Here are my references from my past slides. I hope you guys have a great evening.